A once great kingdom long forgotten due to an unimaginable plague. Many have tried exploring its depths, but it has only left behind very few left to tell the story of Hallownest. With such a difficult road ahead, is it possible to uncover all the secrets held underground? And most of all, discover the secret of the Hollow Knight. Before getting started, let's take a look at our options. There aren't a lot of them besides controlling volume and language, but I am very happy that you can change all the mappings for every button. More games should have this, and you'll notice just how important this can be when it comes to combat. Apart from that, you get the ability to customize your menu background, which is surprisingly fun, and a huge array of quests to complete along your journey. Even after spending 20 hours exploring the first time around, there's a ton left for me to complete. Difficulty comes down to two decisions: Classic for the normal experience, or Steel Soul mode if you hate yourself. Only the elite of the elite can complete this mode, where death will delete the save. So, we will be focusing on Classic. Hollow Knight is very much about a deep story and the visuals that go along with the world you explore. The story begins with a lonely wanderer whose goal is to uncover the truth behind Hallownest. I'm a huge fan of the illustrated cutscenes, and equally as happy with how the whole world looks hand-drawn and unique. It's easily one of the main selling points of this title. You quickly come into contact with the last settlement above the Dying Kingdom. Knowing the dangers ahead, it's time to venture beneath. You'll notice straight away that the game doesn't hold your hand at any point. You'll be told how to perform certain abilities that you learn from progressing through the world, but that's about it. You won't be given waypoints in order to lead you through Hallownest, you won't be explicitly told where to go next, and the fighting can be very difficult. This may turn some players away, but the sense of discovery that is achieved by letting the player find everything out themselves is a great experience. You really have to want to play this game in order to enjoy it. Find bits of information throughout the catacombs to understand the story, search every nook and cranny for secret rooms and abilities, and let yourself be immersed into this strange world. But Hollow Knight still has a negative aspect to it. I am no stranger to enjoying difficult games, but this title can be a little frustrating at times, and I don't even mean how difficult the bosses can be, because they can be really hard to beat. After falling in battle, you respawn at the last bench you rested at. This is a very typical checkpoint system, but sometimes they can be pretty far from bosses. This makes the learning and winning process so tedious and unenjoyable at times. It's satisfying after you get past each one, especially because they are actually quite different from each other, but I would rather spend my time fighting the difficult bosses rather than the hundreds of enemies along the way back. What about audio?
어떤 짝수다.
니네 너 얘기?
대조.
Hallownest is a harsh and dying landscape full of dangers and abandoned civilizations. And honestly, the music hits that feeling very well. All of the sounds you experience are atmospheric, simple, and leaves your mind to wonder about your surroundings. The voices for characters you'll meet along the way aren't fantastic, but they do a good job at being a ray of sunshine in your otherwise lonely journey. Fighting sound effects are also pretty good, and boss fights ramp up the music to accommodate any surges of adrenaline. All in all, just as good as the visuals. And because we're playing on the Switch, how's the handheld? The visuals hold up extremely well on the smaller screen due to the cartoonish design, and all important details are clearly visible. You might need to take a couple extra moments when studying the map for paths to take to new areas, but taking this game on the go for drop-in, drop-out playtime is plain great. And it doesn't seem to be too much of a battery killer either. Basically, if you're up for the challenge, Hollow Knight will give you a unique world, deep storyline, and many goals to unlock along the way. If you complete the story, you'll have no problem getting to the $1 per hour mark, and the story is very worth it. Exploring all that the game has to offer will make you soar into value heaven as well, putting you way below $1 per hour. Remember, the game is difficult, But with so many disappointing and expensive titles that are released these days, wouldn't you rather invest your time and money into something that has heart and soul put into it? I thought so. And that's it for Hollow Knight. Be sure to like this video if it helped you out, and subscribe to see my thoughts on upcoming titles. You can check out my social media by clicking on the links in the description below, and see what other games I have in mind to review even before a video is released.